Hi everyone and welcome back. My ideal plan today would be to get this to an MOT and back with its new front tyre so that they can put it on. The battery isn't great, it will be fine for kicking it over. It might even start on the button, but I will put a brand new battery on before it's up for sale. My ideal situation would be to get this Fiat Punto an MOT. It's only got 2 or 3 months left, and I think I'm giving it away to a friend who could use the car. So, I mean, it'd be worth a small fortune being ULEZ compliant, and actually it's 60k miles. It's done nothing. So, my friend, if she can get use out of it, I absolutely want her to have it. So, 2 MOTs today, ideally, just to get them out the way. I, of course, haven't touched the King yet, but I don't know actually what to expect. This threw me by starting up and being fine and normal, so I really don't know. I'm not going to put the coverings on. I'm going to put the battery in and the side panel on, of course, and that's it. Then check all the lights again and the horn. I think it's fine. Take it there. I'm going to strap the rear tyre to the back and hope that they don't mind throwing that on for the MOT. I'm sure they don't. I guess first things first, let's see. Let me take these bolts out because they'll rattle loose. Let's see if it fires up and idles and appears to run well. The reason it didn't fully show in the last vid, because someone was here and they didn't want to be on camera, so I had to cut them out a bit. But this tyre has like weird bulges in it. It's really hard to explain, but these are weirdly shaped, and normally that would be under or over inflation. I think this is just a really dodgy dud tyre. The shape is so weird, and yeah, it's just not right. So the new tyre over there will be better. To be fair, right, it's a weird shape, but from a tread point of view, they might pass it if they don't want to put that on as well. So that's it. So let's get this fired up, and we'll just do a quick MOT test, pre-MOT test here. Other than that, I'm going to get it there and see how it goes. Right, battery inside panel on, get it idling. So let's see what we've got or what we haven't got. We know that many times you get to an MOT day and decide that it's not right, really. Fuel on. Power on. Choke on. Weak battery. Says the fuel level is low. It's quite a small tank. It seems okay actually. Probably wouldn't hurt to put a sliver in. I think we're good. I think that's it. I think we head in that direction and see how it goes. I'm going to put a sliver of petrol in. It'd be good to have nice fresh stuff anyway. It's got some in there, but it's a very small tank on the inside, so it won't hurt. And then I think I'll poodle on down and we'll see. It's probably not going to be comfortable, but it'll get the job done. Let me see if I get lucky and make it there. So it's in for MOT. I know they don't like doing any servicing stuff on a Saturday, so he said he won't change the tyre today, but he said the one on there will pass. It is feeling horrible. It's really vague and it's so squared that it is feeling really horrible, the tyre on there. So I'll have to do the tyre change at some point, or bring it back up to these guys at a later date to get done. I don't have any local mechanics anymore. It's one of the issues around there. They've all disappeared. These guys aren't that local, really. It's fine. I think that will pass. It drives so well. That actually, in my head, with a new battery and the tyre on, it's a £1,000 bike. It's so smooth. It's got a fuel gauge. It's got a gear indicator. It rides beautifully. The clutch is smooth. I know good bikes. That's a good bike. £1,000 all day long. But let's not speak too soon. I'm going to go for a walk. It's only a half an hour wait, 40-minute wait. And then I need to try and get that car through an MOT as well. That was very good. That's good and done. I'm going to take this car, see if I can squeeze it in for an MOT. Very pleased with that. I'm going to have to try and change the front tyre myself. Maybe later today. I hate changing tyres, I have to be honest. But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It's helpful. It's got a rear stand. I might have to just try and get it done. And then I might advertise it today, but I have to order a new battery. So ideally I won't get any hits on it until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But it drives so well. It's a very, very smooth bike. I have no concerns at all. Right, in the car, warm it up. If you're doing an MOT, guys, you have to warm a vehicle up, especially cars over bikes, because they do emissions. And cars have to be warm for the emissions to be even. So warm the car up a lot.
1 hour later.
So the Fiat just failed on there's a tiny pinhole in the top of the fuel pump under the rear seat. It's a tiny pinhole, but it was hissing and blowing a bit of fuel. So you can smell it in the car. I haven't smelled it in the car, but they did. But I guess I've been all high on fuel. It's it's not overly unsafe. They just said, look, we can smell it, get it checked out. And at first it could have been anything. It could have been the fuel tank itself, and it could have been the filler. But we checked the pump while we were there, and we could see it bubbling out the top. Very, very small, but it builds up. So no issues there. I'm going to get a new fuel pump, throw that in. That won't take long at all. I'll do that in a couple of days. Now I think it'd be a false economy today. I've got a couple of hours not to change this front tyre. Anyone who knows me knows I hate changing tyres. I can't stand it. But it needs to be done. So new tyres here, old tyres there. I'll get it off and we'll start hammering away at it, trying to break the bloody bead and getting the new one on. I always regret doing tyres, that's the truth. But see, this bike's sellable. I can get it advertised today if I want, because the battery's weak, but the battery's working, and I can just say to them, if you want it today, I'll give you a 50 quid discount, or wait a couple of days and you'll have a brand new battery. But it'd be good to get it up and advertised. So I'm going to spend some time probably getting really frustrated and doing the front tyre. So I broke the bead easy enough. I just stood on the tyre, on the wheel, and I gave it a push with this flathead, and the bead popped okay. Here you want a fair amount of washing up liquid and water, and you spray it around. I've got some up there, so I'll be using that. I think getting the old tyre off might be easy enough. I might speak too soon, but yeah, I feel like that will be okay. I normally struggle with getting new tyres on, but saying that, I have to try and get it done, so no choice. So let's do it. Right, old tyre off. It was easy enough. New tyre on. Obviously you have to get the direction right. Some tyres are multi-direction. Let's have a look. Nope, this has a arrow pointing that way. You have to check that it doesn't say rear, because it could be that an arrow on the other side is pointing the other way, and it would have to say rear. So they're both pointing that way. Let me just double check that. Yes, they're both pointing that way. So that means we roll that way, of course. So it needs to go on with the disc on the left. That's it. You just have to work out what way it goes. Disc on the left. So age-old issue with getting a new tyre for the bead to pop. I took it down to the petrol station, just didn't have enough power to pop. So it will be, I'm going to use ratchet straps in certain areas. The rest of it looks okay. It's this area here, you see there, where it's escaping. But if you ratchet strap it down, we might be able to catch just enough air for it to pop. I might put some ratchets on it and take it back to the machine, because the machine's just going to be easier, you see. Yeah. This is the frustration of doing your own tyres. I even took it to the professional car tyre shop to see if their pump would beat it, and it didn't. I tried everything. I've tried a strap right round the centre. I've tried loads of straps around the side. It just won't bead, and I hate that. It really pisses me off, and it happens all the time. You normally kind of get lucky in the end, and you use loads of straps and you get a strong enough pump to do it. But I'll have to take this to the bike shop on Monday evening or something to get it done, see if they can get it to bead. It's a right pain. Car shop said it's a rock solid tyre. He said it's too solid, but it's a brand new tyre. I mean, it is what it is, but I hate messing around with your own tyres when they when you just can't get them to bead, basically. There's kind of more air escaping than there is trapped. That's part of the issue. And the best method to do is one strap all the way around, this one, and you strap it down, you ratchet it down, and that kind of normally sets it enough, but it's not. And of course I'm using liquid and water, but I'm sure the guys at the shop will get it done. Otherwise, if I have to, I'll get a new tyre for it. But for now I need to chuck it on the bike loose, push the bike in. I'm done, I'm tired, and then I'll probably keep the jack under it so it's easy access when I come back.